It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock. You are listening to the Rizzo and Jeff Show. It is 6:10, and Jeff, it's time for me to just start with this triple scoop. People are hungry.
Yeah.
They need some Rizzo and Jeff.
Yeah, I got to tell you, starting things off this way, giving them three things. I think, what did you say? You're going to service them?
I'm servicing our audience. Yes,
right.
They like to be serviced, and I will service them with a triple scoop of opening audio. That's what I call it, a triple scoop.
All right, you silly mechanic. Service us. Let's do it.
Time to do it. Let's
no.
Button works, sorry.
But just couldn't quite get it done.
Maybe it's
so
an
here's
omen.
where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's What Didn't Make the Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Well, boy, is it 10 o'clock. See, you got the buttons.
See what I'm talking about? You want to be serviced?
I want to be serviced. I don't know what I'm doing.
A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Maybe you should have ended it before it began.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so there's a guy going viral. We all love Aerosmith. Recently, Aerosmith stopped touring. Big deal. 54 years. Steven Tyler's voice, it just had it. I mean, he had a great career. They're looking for a replacement singer. I think they may have found it. This guy's going viral. I want you to hear it. I would love your opinion. I know that we have early listeners, 828-240-1059. What do you think about this Aerosmith audition?
Dream on, dream on, dream till your dream come true. Dream on, 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 yeah! Yeah!
I got to tell you, I think you nailed it.
Well, look,
I think you nailed it.
Listen,
you nailed it.
That's a hard note to hit. That a lot of people, like, if you hit that note, your voice would crack. His held through. If you listen to that, like it was, straight through, kind of. So maybe with a little bit of practice,
I mean,
he might be able to.
No cracking.
Well, you get him in a studio.
Cracking.
You got to think. You get him in a studio.
Clean it up.
You work with it. But that's the one thing. When you hit that note, a lot of people's voices crack. For him, he kind of held the note. So keep at it, young man.
Yeah, good job. Good for you. All right.
It's time for
you hungry?
Audio here on the Rizzo and
Second
Jeff
scoop
Show. A fun,
coming.
funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
There's a man who believes that he is God's gift to women. He made a TikTok video. Don't know why you would do this, because now every woman in the world's going to hate you. But who knows? Maybe he will find love.
I understand that I am too brilliant a man, too perfect in every single metric, too big, too strong, too smart. I can fight too well. I'm caramel. I'm beautiful. It would be a shame for me to not service these females.
Now,
what's wrong with that? He's confident. There's confidence there.
Now, but I said I wanted to service the audience. You didn't like that, but now he wants to service everybody, every lady in town, and you're okay with that?
Well, we started things off. You played something that we were at the end of the show when we were in the beginning. So him, when he brings his confidence, he delivers. And you feel it when he said it. And what did he say? He's caramel?
He said he's caramel.
Oh, boy.
He said he's caramel. Wow. He loves the caramel.
Okay.
All right.
Confidence. He's going to pull a lot of chicks. Don't be surprised.
That's what. Listen, I'm a confident man. That's what got me baby hands. My confidence, my good looks.
Yeah. And a few lies.
It's
time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
I know NASCAR is huge here, and Rizzo and Jeff are going to be doing something very special. We cannot wait to tell you about it. Until such a time, I do know that one of our P1s, Linda, loves Kurt Busch.
Oh, she's a Buschy, huh?
She's a Busher.
Okay.
She loves Busch. However, Busch made an oopsie.
Former NASCAR champion Kurt Busch has been arrested in Iredell County. The Highway Patrol says Busch was stopped by Iredell County deputies after being clocked at 63 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone and that he was driving recklessly. Troopers were called to assist with the stop, which is made on Brawley School Road and Chuckwood Road around 11:40 last night.
Now, can I just say something? It's not that he's driving erratically. It's just, he is a race car driver, if we're being fair. But moving on.
We've got it mapped out for you. You can see there. Troopers say Busch was impaired and blew a .17 on a breathalyzer. That's more than double the legal limit.
So he's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
You don't blow a .17, Jeff.
Yeah,
you just don't do that.
I bet you that lift would have cost you $15-20. So think about it like that.
Oh, but what's $15,000 to Busch?
To Buschy?
To Buschy. Buschy doesn't care about 15 G's.
Nobody wants that on their record. You don't
It'll
want to have
get
that.
expunged. It's Buschy.
You think?
Yeah, come on.
All right,
He's got the money. Listen.
Look, I don't know who Buschy knows.
Listen, Buschy knows everybody.
Right.
He's North Carolina royalty.
So what are you telling
Buschy.
me?
I'm telling you.
Telling me Buschy's got a guy?
Telling you Buschy's got a guy.
No sleep till the Rizzo and Jeff Show. One is older and wiser. The other's life fell to pieces and his fiance is out of glue. Yeah, you get what you get. Here's to hoping we made the right decision. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show is on your radio. The store called Fix It. The man, oh so very naughty.
A cell phone repairman behind bars tonight for allegedly sending a customer's videos to himself. The victim discovered it was explicit videos of herself that he stole. Documents say Kayahan Altoon was an employee at The Fix. The victim took her phone in to get the screen repaired, and while they had her phone, she says that she got a notification on her computer that a locked album had been accessed and that the suspect was sending himself private videos of her. He was taken into custody for larceny and violating the Computer Crimes Act.
Okay, so I apologize. The Fix. Not Fix It. Number one. Number two, okay. I agree. That's her private stuff. Right? And we all, have things on our phone that we probably don't want everyone to see. I get that. However, if you have a cacophony of adult videos on your phone, perhaps, you take it to The Fix at the mall. They're going to take a peep.
Right. When you go to The Fix.
When you head there,
okay.
Jeff.
When you say to yourself, "Oh, this phone, I'm having issues. Where do I go?" I head to The Fix.
I'm heading to The Fix.
You go to The Fix.
Go ahead. I'm looking up The Fix.
The Fix is going to be in. Okay. And
The Fix is in.
The Fix is in, and he's not only in, but he's in your phone, and he's going to take all those videos. Of course he is. He's going to do that. That's I always, if you're simply just getting, I don't know, a screen repaired maybe, but I don't even know some of those places. You just never really know at the end of the day. For her, it's unsuspecting. And if it's locked.
Is it though? Is it? Because let me tell you about The Fix. Okay.
Did you find The Fix?
I found The Fix.
Right.
Okay. Here's their website. The letter U. Break, BREK, Fix, FIX. .com. YouBreakFix.com. They are in a plaza with a gas station, a kratom and weed store, and a liquor store and a gas station, and across the street from a Batteries Plus.
Okay.
In a strip mall. It is a kiosk in which they rent space inside of a store to do their mobile fixins, and they do screen fixes for $10. So you want the good deal.
You go to The Fix.
Well,
you got to consider your surroundings where you're at there when you're going to The Fix.
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
You got gas, you got liquor, you got drugs, you got Batteries Plus. There's nothing about that says come on in. It's not an inviting area.
Really? Because I got to tell you, you read all those. It sounds like a Jeff Saturday one-stop shop. I got to tell you.
Wait, get your batteries.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Get your beer. Get some gas.
Yep.
Right. All you need is pet food. Little CBD. Some pet food for Teddy.
That's it. Just give me an Outpost store. We're in.
All right, Jeff. Jeff's heading to UFix.
Yeah, see you there.
Wait, what did they just say? Did I hear that right? Well, they are different, but different like your dog that everyone thinks licks people too much, and they kind of grow on you. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain. Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. 641. How do you feel about lice, Jeff?
You ever have lice as a kid? You go to school, you ever get that? It ever happened to you?
You want to know what?
It did happen to me.
Yes, I got lice. I'll never forget it. His name was Jeremy Rhymes, and I'm going to say it because the kid's way far away. He'll never hear it. Jeremy Rhymes was this kid, and he always came in, and he always had the same pair of LA gears. By the way, they were cool. They did light up.
LA gears? Oh, yeah, I had a pair of those.
Yeah, the LA gears. They lit up. He would always wear the same shirt, right? Different shorts, but he had a bowl cut. And I remember it was weird because they called... Like he went to the nurse. But then we were in library. And then they asked everyone in library to go to the nurse. And individually we went into the nurse and they were looking in our hair.
Right.
And they called my mom. I had to leave school. Everybody in class except one kid, his name was Juan Perez. One kid did not have lice.
Juan didn't have to get the Nicks.
Juan Perez didn't need Rid-X. I don't even know if they had Nicks back then. Did they have Nicks back then?
Yeah, they had Nicks. Yeah, Nicks has been around for a while, yeah.
NIX, right?
Yeah, NIX, yep.
So anyway, the reason we're talking about lice is because there was a plane that was diverted.
In an unexpected and unsettling turn of events, an American airline flight bound from New York was forced to make an emergency landing. But what can be the reason behind that? Mechanical failure or weather? Well, that's a no. It happened due to the lice breakout. So the flight, which was heading from Los Angeles to New York, experienced a significant disruption when a lice breakout on board led to an emergency landing. Passengers were given hotel vouchers and $12 for spending while they waited.
Okay, couple issues here. Number one, $12
get you nothing in the airport.
Get you not a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thing, and there's videos of it on TikTok.
It doesn't do it justice, Jeff.
The woman, you literally, I'm not even joking with you. You could see
these parasites are jumping.
You could see the lice in her hair and crawling out of her hair onto like the seat, and the guy that was sitting behind her is like freaking out because what do you do? And she's just like itching. The guy showed the video. She's itching the entire time for like an hour, and the lice are just you could physically see them coming out of her hair.
You could see them like flying in the air, and one of them gets on you anywhere. My question is, what do you do in that situation? Call me crazy.
You're trapped.
No, you're not. Call me crazy. I bubble gum hair. I'll bubble gum the hair.
You don't have enough Bubblicious to get it done. You can't. There's nothing you could do.
You bubble gum the hair. No. I'm sure that between 200 people on a plane, you could acquire bubble gum on the DL, and you could start putting bubble gum in her hair.
See,
and sacrifice yourself so that she has to get the hair cut off because now she's giving everybody lice.
You got to trash bag her head. You have no choice. You got to trash bag her head. That's it. She has to.
What kind of trash bag?
No, they have the trash bags on the plane. You know. They walk around.
Those are thin.
You poke out nose and eyes, for her so she can breathe, and you have to cover it up somehow. The puke bags won't work because they're all paper.
Right. Puke
they
bags
rip.
are paper.
They rip.
And they're small.
Right.
So if we put a plastic bag around her head, we tie it at the bottom so that the lice doesn't come out. So she's stuck. So then she's got eyes, and then here's the problem: they come out. Like, lice are resilient. Like, lice...
They're like cockroaches. They'll survive.
They survive.
Atomic bomb goes off, they're like Twinkies, those things. They won't go.
When the world ends, there will be lice, there will be Twinkies, there will be cockroaches. Okay? Right. So think about that. Nuclear holocaust, lice, Twinkies, holocaust. Got to tell you something, dude. You want a bagger? I'm telling you, we bubble gum her hair. 12 bucks. $12 maybe I mean, because now there was like 6 people who got lice.
Right.
Everyone that's next to her. And you know what? And can I just...
Imagine if you're worried about sitting next to the fat guy on the plane. Imagine you're the middle seat next to the lice lady.
Yeah, first off, that's terrible. I would definitely... Would you rather sit next to a fat...
110%.
Me too. Score 1 for the balds. Ladies and gentlemen.
Right. That's what I do on the plane.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I do.
We balds.
That's what I do.
We balds don't get a lot of love. We balds don't ever get to stand up.
You get made fun of.
We get made fun of.
What do I call you? Cue ball. Other thing.
I said that my bald wasn't glistening because but by the way, I'm not glistening because I lost my 10 skin. It was stolen from me.
All right. You'll balds, be okay. Chrome dome. You'll be all right.
Chrome dome.
Right.
Us half Bs. Yeah. We never get. Us full Bs.
Right.
We never get love. But this is the one instance where I can say that the balds persevere. The balds get through. Yeah. The balds. Yeah. So you know what? All you bald women out there, all you bald men, be bald today. Be proud you're bald today.
All right. There's one for you over there, Baldy Locks.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. One loves Frasier, and the other's still into wrestling. Who's who? Find out more interesting tidbits about them every morning, right here on 105.9 The Mountain. Time for the world famous, never imitated, never duplicated, and barely making it. The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, 7:01 here on the JNN, and look, at 8 years old, can you remember being 8? Were you like a tough guy at 8 or anything of that nature? Would you fight?
Yeah, I had leather gloves. Remember those leather gloves in the 90s with your fingers out? Me and Jacob were tough.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay, are you tough enough to fight off an armed robber with a gun while wielding a baseball bat?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that's what a hero 8-year-old did this past weekend. A customer walked in, and the man looked around before putting a bottle of liquor on the counter at this guy's liquor store. He wound up pulling out a gun, and he said, give him everything. And when the man was about to give all the money in the register, his 8-year-old child said, no way. It was a little girl. She grabbed a bat, and she went swinging, Rizzo.
I believe her words were, no way, Jose.
Oh.
I tried to talk to him and say, you know what? I got my daughter here. Can you just please put the gun down, move it away from her? I will give you everything. Take everything. I'm a dad. I'm not going to be let that happen.
I'm coming to the rescue.
So I'm so proud of her. So she's so strong. That day I would say I just want to cry when I see the video because I was like, I don't expect she do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, at 8 years old. So, you got to give it to that little girl. Look at that, right?
I would never, not me. Sorry.
No?
Not with my leather gloves.
Source for useless information.
Who is your source? I want to dirty the gloves.
JNN. Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, so if you are a fan of Taco Bell, they are going to start to do something that is pretty cool, okay? They're going to be bringing back different foods from the decades since they've been open. So, for instance, in 1960, the tostada debuted when they originally opened their doors. So they're going to bring back the tostada for a month. The green burrito, which came out in the 70s.
When was the last time they had a tostada?
A tostada? I don't know. In the 80s, they're going to bring this back. It's called the Mexi Melt.
So the Mexi Melt.
The Mexi Melt's going to make its way back. That's when the Taco Bell had, the brown sign and, just the Taco Bell you remember. Yeah. Now, this sounds like more of me and glugging this. The Beef Gordita Supreme. I do remember this one.
Oh, the beefy gordita.
The beefy gordita.
Yes.
I mean, it takes a man to eat that puppy. And then we get to the 2000s where, we just got silly. The 2000s, what a weird, bizarre time. I can't wait for the caramel apple empanada to come back.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that
give me the taco stuff. Anything that has the meat and everything in it, I want that. Don't give me an apple empanada.
Give me a chalupa.
Well, they have chalupas. You can go get one today if you wanted to.
That's right. Yeah, okay.
Roll over there.
It's time for the
$7 bomb.
It's not really.
That's right.
Can
you put the
news back on?
The JNN.
This is the news.
The Jeff News Network. A wealth of useful and mostly useless information.
Okay, so as we get around football season, everybody always says, and you just feel it in your bones, that Tom Brady just can't stay away. Okay? So he was doing whatever this was, like a video, a blog, a vlog. I think it was like a vlog. So he was on there doing it and showing how great of shape he was in and how he stays in shape. And he said, in his words, I just want to make sure all those young bucks in the NFL know that if I still wanted to come out of retirement, they still have something to deal with. As he was shirtless on a yacht in Italy. Okay. But, remember, he's 47 at this point, okay?
Yeah, listen, he's old football old. He's not old, but he's football old.
Yeah.
He's 47.
47.
Shirtless? I want these young bucks to know.
But do you think...
I think he wants the young bucks to take a look at his pectorals.
Right.
That's what this is about.
If you got a great team, all right, and your quarterback goes down... And you don't think that if he thinks he could win a Super Bowl with him and they call up Tom that he's not going to come out, he's not going to come out of the booth? You know he's going to do it.
Dude,
I don't care what he's making.
It's $300 million.
He doesn't need
Jeff,
it.
it's $300 million.
He doesn't need it.
Jeff, it's $300
I know.
million.
He's getting
$2 million a game.
Listen, I bet you, Rizzo, there's a clause in there that if he wanted to come out of it, he could.
Oh, my
to play.
God.
You want to bet?
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Willy Amos. It's 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. It is 7:13. Willy Amos, Jeff, left this earth last night. Famous Amos. And for those of you who don't know who Famous Amos is, you must be living under a rock. But here's just a little glimpse into the Famous Amos.
Willy Amos, founder of Famous Amos Cookies.
Yeah! Back when I was regular Amos.
What's under the cloth?
We'll get to that.
Cookies? Bet you didn't think it's cookies.
It's cookies. Let me finish my speech first.
Oh, we get the gist. It's just success and effort, isn't it?
Famous. Hi, I'm sure you get ideas for new cookies all the time, but
is it oatmeal with no raisins?
I'm sorry to have wasted your time.
That's Famous Amos on The Office.
Hold on. Was that a Famous Amos montage?
That was a Famous Amos montage I put together, and I even have a Famous Amos, little look-back see when he was flying Delta.
Oh.
Why do 100,000-mile flyers choose United?
I mean United, sorry.
If you want to make it big in the West, you've got to be too good to resist. Like United, they've got great schedules and extra goodies like advanced check-in and low fares. Makes every trip a treat.
United flies throughout the West with over 190 flights a day.
Now you say to yourself, well, Willy Amos, you lost your business.
Show business was that was who I was. So the one thing I knew how to do was promote.
I'm on your refrigerator, I'm in your pantry, I'm in your desk drawer, I'm in a supermarket, I'm in convenience stores, I'm in department stores, I'm in service stations, I'm in airports, I'm on television. That's what makes Amos famous.
You admitted that you were more into the show than into the business.
Yeah.
So what have you picked up over the years on the business side?
Well, it's important. It's important, and I wasn't capable.
He wasn't capable. So, ladies and gentlemen, Famous Amos passing away. Best gas station cookie. Gotta love Famous Amos. And, of course...
What a eulogy. Good job.
Well, maybe Johnny has a eulogy.
Yeah.
Johnny, you better been in your car. I can't play AC/DC again right now. What do you think about Famous Amos?
Oh, Famous Amos is pretty good on the crackers, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like the Famous Amos cookies? I thought they were always dry and no good. I didn't think they were the best of the bunch when it came to gas station cookies.
Oh, they're
Johnny.
the best gas station cookies.
Yeah, it's kind of like them vanilla wafers or whatever.
Vanilla wafers.
They're kind of dry, too.
See, a lot of people think they're dry, Johnny. I'm sorry. A lot of people think they're dry. It's not that they're dry. It's that you have to know how to eat them. You have to wet your whistle and then have milk handy.
Well, you can, or you can put them in nanner pudding. That'll be fine.
Right there in the nanner
pudding.
Yeah.
Now listen, talking about food. You remember the old McRib? The McRib.
I do.
You know, I
loved the McRib.
No, can I tell you, Johnny? I remember the exact place that I had the McRib. I've only eaten it once in my life, down in Tampa, Florida. I could remember the one place I've had the McRib.
Yeah, it's like it came out and everybody attacked the store. You know, McDonald's going there and get the McRib, but my deal is when I go up in the woods, you know, usually wintertime and stuff, and sit in a stand, you know, I get the Vienna sausages.
Oh.
Millions, you know, that you flip a top on. It's got that old kind of like Crisco stuff in it, you know, whatever, and take your fingers and dig it in there. But the Vienna sausage, pretty much Vienna sausages is what they do is at the places, they take a squeegee and they push it up off the floor and run it through the system, through the machine, and that's your Viennas.
Well, I appreciate the Vienna knowledge, but are you telling me that you're not sad about Willy Amos?
He didn't make it.
You know, you gotta go. You gotta go. You know, that's just the way it is. You know, all right.
I guess. I just thought that you'd be a little more sad about Willy Amos. That's all, Johnny.
Well, get over it, will you?
Yeah. Well, I got the sun in my eye right now, so yeah.
All right. Well, Johnny, thank you for checking in. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You know we love you. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed your AC/DC. I'm sorry. I guess no one cared. I'm going to tell you something. Best gas station cookie, bar none. Famous Amos.
No, it's not. And I'll let you know what it is right now. It's the Grandma's cookies, okay? You get the peanut butter, the chocolate chip, you know, the soft ones.
They're too soft.
And they got
soft.
No. Yes, they are. The Grandma's peanut butter ones, and they have, like, the chunks in it. Oh,
Jeff,
God, they're the best.
Jeff.
You mouth two of those puppies, they fill you up.
Jeff, then get Entenmann's cookies.
Yeah.
The ones in the supermarkets. Right. Cookies are not meant to be soft at the gas station. Cookies are meant to have a nice cookie crunch, just like Chips Ahoy, right? I mean, am I the only one?
No.
Honestly, seriously. 828-240-1059. Aren't gas station cookies supposed to have the crunch?
No.
Don't you love the Famous Amos?
You know who this is coming from, and I'm looking right at you in your papers, and I know it right away. This is coming from a Lorna Doone guy. You're a Lorna Doone guy, aren't you?
I love Lorna Doone. I love a Lorna Doone.
From podcasts to Facebook videos, Instagram to TikTok, and even Twitter. Oh yeah, X now. Thanks, Elon. You can keep up with what's going on locally and the Rizzo and Jeff Show by searching 105.9 The Mountain on all social and podcast platforms. Keep 105.9 The Mountain with you 24/7 wherever you go with our new app. It even has an alarm clock, so we can be free and fancy. We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. If you are listening at this time, you may have missed Listener Court this week. Jeff, Listener Court this week surrounded, and by the way, shout out to our good friends at Voodoo Brewing Company, Bill and the crew down there in Arden sponsoring Listener Court each and every week. But Listener Court, we were talking about a couple that was charging $450 per head at their wedding. And the husband kind of made a TikTok video. And the TikTok video, it went viral. And it really rubbed people the wrong way. Wouldn't you say so? I mean, I really think it chapped people's back doors. You know what I mean?
People were still commenting on the Facebook as early as this morning. I mean, we're a few days after the fact, that no way I'd spend $450 to go to a family member's wedding. I just wouldn't do it. I was on the belief that it's your family members, so, you know, you do it, it's your family. And people are saying, no, that's a car payment. No way.
A car payment?
These days, it's a car payment.
Yeah, it is.
If you think about it.
It is. Yeah.
So it had a lot of people up in arms. They had spent a lot on the wedding, preparing it, putting it all together. And the couple was perplexed that why people would not spend the $450 to show up and be a part of their special day.
So the initial audio that we used for Listener Court was this.
TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. So me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450 for it.
Okay, don't understand what's going on there. But basically you have to pay $450 for the wedding.
You'd waste money on concert tickets, all kinds of different things. He said. So why not just spend the money and come to the wedding? And they said that all the RSVPs, everybody said no, they can't make it. So that's what was so crazy about it.
And he was so upset.
Right.
But anyway, so, all right, $450.
Right. And to be a part of our wedding, you had to pay $450 for a ticket. And that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation. We already have spent $100, maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at a wedding.
So that's what he said. And we had people going nuts. Then the lady last night, around 9:30, we were dead asleep. It was a long, long day yesterday for us. But released this statement.
$150,000 out the gate. That's the numbers they were starting at. And I said, wait, people choose to go to Beyonce's concerts because they know that they're going to have an experience. Let's put the stress on the guests and let's sell tickets to our wedding.
I was like, babe, people aren't going to come. Who do you guys think you are?
Beyonce and Jay-Z?
So here we go. Now,
so it was her.
Now we're finding out that it was her.
So
he comes out. He says we're charging you can't do this, Beyonce, Jay-Z. But now in the video, they're saying, oh, we knew people weren't going to come. So I postulate, now you heard both sides of the story, because now that we have the full picture, there's no way a man would agree to a wedding this expensive. There's no way a man would agree to charge every human being $450 to go to a wedding.
Men don't want to be at the wedding. They just want to get it over and done with.
It's for the woman anyway.
Correct.
Everybody knows that.
Absolutely. I have sisters. They start dreaming about it. That special day when they're young.
Is there any man that actually and this is not disrespectful, but looks forward to a wedding? I mean, doesn't every man do it for their significant other?
Even when you have to go,
I'd
no
go to
guy
a
wants to
courthouse
go.
tomorrow. You know why? It's cheap.
Even when
It's
it comes
cheap.
to going to somebody's wedding, you don't want to do it. This is the worst time of year, too. Now you got college football, Sundays all gone. And then when you hear, hey, honey, I just got an invitation in the mail. It's Sunday wedding. No.
Well, now what they're doing is they lowered the price $100.
Oh, $350.
And now they're saying it's an experience. So the question is,
experience.
It's $350.
Right.
It's now considered an experience.
Okay.
You heard what she said. $350 in an experience.
$150,000 out the gate. That's the numbers they were starting at. And I said, wait, people choose to go to Beyonce's concerts because they know that they're going to have an experience. Let's put the stress on the guests and let's sell tickets to our wedding.
I was like, babe, people aren't going to come. Who do you guys think you are?
Beyonce and Jay-Z?
So they've lowered the price to $350. Therefore,
they're making concessions here.
Now
would you go?
Would you go knowing that they've lowered the tickets to their wedding to $350?
See, I knew they were kind-hearted folks.
828-240-1059. Would you go? Would you? That's a concession. They lowered it $100.
I agree. I like that. $100. You lowered it. All right, now I'm in.
Now you're in.
If you're gonna work on it, you know what? I agree. Yeah. So you're gonna give me $350 in an experience? All right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right.
We get it. We're new. So it's time for you to sound off on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Let us have it. What do you want to say to us? What do we need to know? Call now. 240-1059. Coming up on 1059 The Mountain.
It is 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And there was a couple, Jeff. This couple said, listen, we understand that $450 is a lot of money to come to our wedding. That was our listener court, brought to you by our good friends at Voodoo down there in Arden on Sweeten Creek Road. So they released a video last night saying, look, tell you what, we're dropping it $100.
Right.
All right.
I like it. Look, you see the error of your ways. You say it's $450 to go to our wedding.
Yeah.
And then you take a look in the mirror and you go, you know what? $450. That's a little high. So you know what? We'll come out and we'll do you one better. We'll drop it $100. Let's try. Hey, come on. It's not wrong with that.
There are so many people that want to weigh in on this. So I think Nick's up first, and then we're going to listen to some music, get through the rest of your calls. 828-240-1059 is the number. Nick, what's going on, man? $350 wedding. They came down $100. You going?
Still not happening. I texted you guys the other day. I was heading into an appointment, so couldn't call. But yeah, still at $350, not happening.
Okay, so even though they came down $100 and you're getting an experience, you're still not gonna go.
Yeah, no, I don't think that experience is worth that kind of money.
What would be? What if you got a little lappy there?
A lap dance at a wedding? You're getting? Okay.
Would you go?
No, that ain't happening. I mean, maybe, so. Example. So recently, back down in March, I think it was, we went to Greenville and saw ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner. Great show, wonderful experience. But was nowhere near $700 for two people.
Yeah, and you know what? They're legendary bands. Listen, I appreciate your call, my friend. We appreciate it. Don't go anywhere, guys. Killer Queen coming up next. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. If you're just tuning in, Jeff, a couple listener court a couple days ago charged $450 for a wedding. They came down $100 to $350, and we're just asking people if they would go.
Yeah, if they'd still pay it. It was quite a battle that happened with listener court. Now we want to see. All right, they dropped the price. They came out and spoke.
Sean, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, so I'll put it like this. I called last time and said I wouldn't pay $10 to go to a wedding.
Okay.
I'm still not going to pay $10 to go to a wedding, but here's my concept. I'm getting married next March.
Okay.
I paid for my venue, DJ, food, and everything's covered. Was nowhere near $150,000.
Right. I mean, that's pretty steep. What's a wedding? 10, 15 grand?
What's
I
it
don't
going
even
for
know.
these days, John?
Right now I'm looking at about close to about $5,500, which is not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad
no,
at
you did
all.
a good job.
The venue, and in fact, the venue was the most, but it's something that both me and my fiance wanted. However, it was their choice to do $150,000, whatever.
I agree.
And I'm not paying $700 for me and my fiance to come to your wedding.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't argue with you. And you know what? Maybe think about inviting us to your wedding. We're great at cutting up a rug. Okay.
I definitely going to get you on an invite. Don't worry about that.
All right. Make sure the bar is open. Thank you.
Open bar. Yeah. Now
John.
we'll talk soon, John. Thank you for the call. Who do we got here on the phone? 105.9 The Mountain. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Hey, this is the Queen.
Oh, the Queen. What's up, the Queen? How are you?
I'm great. I'm just riding here alongside Johnny, but I cannot understand this wanting to charge people to attend a wedding.
I can't. I don't get it. But they came down $100, so I'm like, you know what? I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
No, wait. Johnny and I paid for 3 weddings within 5 years for our daughters.
Oh, my.
Wow. It was expensive. It was very expensive. But we didn't ask people to pay a dime to come to the wedding. To me, that's just super tacky. I just don't get it.
So what does a wedding cost? I mean, you got 3 daughters. What does a wedding cost nowadays?
Well, now, this has been like 15 years ago. It was like $10,000, and that's conservative, you know?
Right, because
$10,000 per wedding.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So, I mean, we just had a guy call say it was $5,500. So you think asking someone to pay is tacky?
Oh, absolutely. That's just not okay.
Even if they came down?
Even if they came down, I mean, I'm not going to pay them, $100 to go to the wedding.
Yeah,
what
would you give as a gift?
Well, we give nice gifts. I'm going to get if I'm going to somebody's wedding, I'm going to take them a really nice gift. I would give them $100,
right?
As a gift, but I'm not giving them $100 to attend the wedding.
Right, okay. And then on top of the gift. Well, see, that's why you're the queen, the all-knowing queen, and we appreciate your insight, and God bless you for recovering. For 3 daughters in 3 years.
Yeah, I know. Johnny better get to work and stop. Johnny better get to work and get off the phone.
It's time for the JNN, the Jeff News Network, with all the news, important information, and local things that you want to know. It won't be here, but hey, they try. So here's the JNN on 105.9 The Mountain now.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock at 8:03. The JNN brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer because it's hard to stop a train.
NASA still has not decided when or how to bring our favorite astronauts, Butch and Sonny, back from the International Space Station. They cannot return on the Starliner, which is what they're saying. So we might be looking until 2025. It's still up in the air to when they can return. This is tough, folks. Thanks, Boeing.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We're pushing it back and back.
Useless information.
Who is your source? I need to know your source.
The JNN, Jeff News Network, is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
There's been yet another massive data breach, and this time hackers claim they have accessed everybody's social security number and address.
That's good.
Officials say people should monitor their credit reports. The hacking group called US DOD claims to have stolen 2.7 billion records earlier this year from national public data. So guess what? It's all of us now, not just one.
Here's the thing. It can only help my credit. So,
you want it? There's nothing to come get.
You can have it. There you go.
From Asheville to, well, that's pretty much all they can handle right now. It's time for the least trusted news network in town. But they are new. The Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So JetBlue's hub is Boston, and they fly out of the airport here, and I think a lot of people are about to get on an airplane, fellas. Women are going to march topless in Boston on Saturday, okay?
Oh, boy.
For women's rights. So they are going to start it in the morning and take a march to the State House and then back to a statue they're going to start at. They note that, hey, if guys can go topless, then women have the right to go topless as well. So if you got a few extra bucks, start checking JetBlue. Okay.
I'm just going to throw it out there. You know who's going to do this march? It's going to be the Berthas and the Bridgets.
Well,
it's not going to be Kate Upton. It's not going to be Giselle.
Well, the Grand Marshal is Rosie. So,
O'Donnell?
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah. She's the Grand Marshal, so she's going to...
I'm taking out a payday loan, and I'm heading to Logan, baby. I didn't realize that.
I lied. It's not Rosie.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. I am just so amazed at how many people are calling Jeff. I apologize. It's just crazy. We talked about this listener court subject, and if you're listening now, you may have heard listener court. Shout out to Voodoo for sponsoring listener court. This couple was charging $450, Jeff, to go to their wedding. People said, ain't having it, right?
Yeah, they said, no way, we're not going to do it. Then the couple came out. It was the guy that initially spoke. Then the couple came out together because this story went viral and so many people were talking about it. They made the concession that they would lower the price to $350. And not only that $350 would offer an experience as well.
Well, that's right. And initially, the guy was going back and forth, but this is what he said.
All right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. So me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you had to pay $450 for a ticket. And that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation.
So they were confused as to why everybody declined the invitation. So then they release a TikTok video that says this.
$150,000 out the gate. That's the numbers they were starting at. And I said, wait, people choose to go to Beyonce's concerts because they know that they're going to have an experience. Let's put the stress on the guests and let's sell tickets to our wedding.
I was like, babe, people aren't going to come. Who do you guys think you are?
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
So the story comes full circle. The husband thought it was a terrible idea to begin with. However, they lowered the price $100, Jeff.
Oh, nice concession.
A lot of people have called. It's been crazy. So, there is so many people to get to. We have a couple more pairs of tickets to our Night with the King, starring Rizzo and Jeff. We're going to be out there. We have Sean on the phone. Sean, good morning. They've made some concessions. What do you think? $350 for a wedding, yeah?
Hell no.
Hell no?
Why?
Hell no. $350? You chose to spend all that damn money. My wife and I, we got married on the rooftop of a house on the Outer Banks. The most expensive part of the entire house was the damn house.
Okay. So
there is no way in hell I'm spending $350, $250 to go to somebody's wedding.
Sean,
no.
it started at $450.
It did start at $450. That was listener.
That's even more stupid. That's just dumb.
I agree, and I agree that this woman wanted some Meghan Markle wedding, okay, and she's not. But they're saying they're making concessions and they're creating an experience.
Whatever. That ain't no experience. You're watching two people tie the knot. That's about it. Nobody in their life has ever paid to go to a freaking wedding.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Thank you very much for your call this morning, Sean. We appreciate you, buddy. It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock. That was ZZ Top. Jeff, the phone's ringing off the hook. Let's get one or two more people in here. $350 to go to a wedding. This couple wanted $450. They came down $100. They made a concession.
Yeah, look, not only $350, but they're offering an experience as well.
Well, let's get to the phones. Jennifer, good morning. $350. They made some concessions. You going to the wedding?
No.
Really?
It wouldn't be an experience. It would be extortion.
Extortion?
Oh, come on now. Wow.
So you wouldn't, okay, knowing that they started at $450 and that they came down $100 and they've added now saying that you're going to have an experience. So there's going to be things for you to do. You wouldn't look at it as a night out?
No. And their family members is crazy if they pay them to go to their wedding.
Well, here's the crazy part. As of right now, still not one person has RSVP'd. Not one person has said they're going to come, including the bride and the groom's parents.
Right. Well, I can relate. I wouldn't either.
Listen, I appreciate your candor and honesty here. Thank you very much for your call this morning. You have a great morning, okay?
You guys too.
All right, take it easy. We'll be right back. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up.
Hey, it's the radio. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Wouldn't it suck if you had to pay for me? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. All this great music and the laughs, or tears, depending on where you land, on the Rizzo and Jeff Show, we'll never charge you to listen. We pay for enough stuff. We just want you to laugh and keep rocking. The Rizzo and Jeff Show.
I'm almost scared to play this because of the reaction that we got from a couple that we already talked about in listener court, and how they decided to adjust their, $450 wedding to $350. But I think this is even worse. This is what I thought was going to be the big topic today. This woman who is a stay-at-home mom, she does all the things that a stay-at-home mom does. And a stay-at-home mom, for those of you who do not know, they did a study, should make about $250,000 a year based on their hours and what they do and everything.
Spot on, probably.
Absolutely. I mean, I come in, I tell silly jokes and lose my voice, and I go and make videos. I have baby hands is with the bambine and working and doing this and doing that. So, I mean, but this is what this woman said. She goes, listen, my husband, I'm doing nothing for this guy. He pays for everything, but I'm not doing anything.
I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills.
Oh.
So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number 3, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number 4, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him.
Okay. So there's your lady. Every guy, I know you're listening. Pretend that's your wife. You go work hard on the roof, on the construction site, at the car dealer, in the mechanic shop, wherever you're working. We're heading to Top Shoes today. You go work hard at Top Shoes. And then you come home. And then you say, guess what? I'm not helping you. I'm not doing anything for you. Well, let's see. 1059 The Mountain. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
Marie.
Hey, how are you, Marie?
I'm all right. I thought I hit the floor when I heard that.
Yeah, right? I mean, and again, I know that a stay-at-home mother's job is so hard. Baby hands, she's getting the kid up now, getting them dressed, taking them. I mean, there's laundry. They deserve to be. I mean, it's a hard job. But to then say, I don't do his laundry, I'm not cooking for him, I'm not going to help him. It's like, aren't you a team?
Exactly. It takes two to run a household. I mean, I do everything for the household. He pays the rent, the mortgage that we have, and he pays the light bill. But I also work, too, and take care of the family. Plus, I'm disabled. So what's her excuse? There's no excuse. She needs to get off her damn lazy ass and pitch in. Excuse me, Lord.
No,
it's okay.
Hey, listen.
The Lord
forgives you.
Right.
He forgives you. But you're right. If you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a wife, isn't that your job? Like, if your husband's being, providing for you,
I don't want to even call it a job. It's not that it's a job. It's just
it is a job.
It's basically what you do is you each chip into the household. It's
whether it's monetarily or cleaning or whatever. And like you said, you're also disabled. So what's her excuse? She's just lazy to me.
Exactly. I've had 4 kids I took care of. I took care of 3 of them by myself for 4 years. Then I got married, and he takes care of the bills, but also help if he needs it. If he needs help, I'm there. If I need help, it's there. It's communication, and it's togetherness. That's what we're made for, to be together, to treat.
Because that's your partner, right?
Right.
I mean, I talk about it with my fiance all the time, baby, who I call baby hands. It's like, you know what? She does the wash. She cleans up. She cooks. Like, that's what she does. I bring home money. It's crazy that people think that way,
Yep, exactly. And I think he needs to go find him a woman that's going to respect him and help him take care of him. Because that seems like she ain't going to do nothing with her life.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. I really appreciate you calling today. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you very much. Let's go to the line 2 here. Good morning. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey,
what's going on?
How are you?
Hey, I ain't talked to y'all in a while. This is Jeff.
Hey,
Jeff, we missed you, buddy.
Where you been here?
I've been fishing.
Okay.
Oh, have fun.
So what's up?
I was listening to this. I've been married off and on for 40, 50 years. And the lady I've been married to, she, I promise you, feels completely different. In our age and our generation, the women got in and worked just as hard as the men.
Darn right.
Cut and dry. Okay?
Yep.
Yes, the man comes in and he helps whenever, when you do something for your wife, you do it for the love, for the respect. And you got a family, you take care of the family. I believe now. I've worked 2 jobs all my life. I know how I've worked since I was 7 years old. And I believe in taking care of my family. But it seems that this coddling generation that's been surrounded by, my kids was not raised that way. And unless they feel like they are owed, they feel like they
deserve. Well, you got to start at the bottom, work your way to the top. And my wife feels the same way. She's full Italian from New York, and I promise you.
That's exactly my lady is, too. Full Italian from New York.
And I promise you, she'll be right there with me and then gets ahead of me at times.
Amen.
And there's nothing, and I don't disrespect anybody. Of course, you get respect, you give respect, but at the same time, you pull your weight both sides, and that makes literally a happier marriage, and you get more respect out of each other. One loading the whole thing, I promise you, it ain't going to last.
So listen, we have to take a break, but I have a quick question for you. If this woman was your wife and you heard what she said, I'm not doing your wash, I'm not helping you, what are you doing? You in, you out? You leaving?
Hasta la vista. Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
I'm going
You're
fishing.
going, Arnold? You going fishing?
You're going fishing, huh?
The Rizzo and Jeff Show would like to apologize to you for whatever that was. Look, it's early. We try. We like you. It's nothing personal. We will try again after a break and some music, huh? Stick around. We can't promise it'll be better, but we can promise you we will try. 105.9 The Mountain can neither confirm nor deny that it's true that we can promise great music. More coming up soon on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. You got the Rizzo and Jeff Show. What would you do if you got tricked into getting jugs?
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's a mean trick to play. And if you don't have them like we do currently, man jugs. And you've escaped the man jugs in your life. Very hard to do. It's a difficult thing to do. It is. Just to escape them naturally. And if you do, and then you're tricked into them, it's mean to do to a man.
A 19-year-old kid.
No!
Whose mom, applied for a job at a beauty clinic. She was given the salary, really low salary, I guess, of $400 a week. So I guess she didn't work that much. However, I guess they were, didn't get along with this kid. They didn't like him. So what they did was they said, hey, we want to do some work on you, make you a little thinner, make you look better. Kid said, thank you. Goodness gracious, so much appreciated. And they said, all right, cool. Here you go. Just sit down. We'll take care of you. He said, great. And he wakes up, and he has a couple of C's on there. A couple of C's on the chest.
Why would they do something so horrendous? Where is this? Where is this god-awful place? This is just terrible.
This is actually out of the potato parcel.
Okay. Which is a local newspaper in Idaho.
Why are they doing this to people in Idaho?
This is just terrible.
These are C's. These aren't even small.
I mean,
these are huge.
Listen, I get,
oh my God.
I get a good prank on your friends or on a family member. I like a prank. What happened to the whoopee cushion? I mean, things were very easy back then. The buzzer on your hand.
Right.
Pull the chair out when you sit down.
Right. Behind you.
Whatever. Fart spray.
Armpit thing.
Whatever. Right.
You know, the Michael Jackson woo-hoo.
Yeah, well, watch that one. But listen.
Shut up. Just stop putting jugs on people.
Well, I don't know what's worse. The jugs or a Jackson woo-hoo. Going woo-hoo.
We understand that new things lose their shine after a while. Good news, Rizzo and Jeff never had any polish to lose, so we're ahead of the game there. And 105.9 The Mountain is and always will be free. So enjoy some more of your favorite rock tunes and some unpolished guys who just tried. Give them a break, huh? More Rizzo and Jeff on 105.9 The Mountain next. Time for the world famous, never imitated, never duplicated, and barely making it. The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So Tesla Cybertrucks, they were hyped to be state of the art. Yeah, but there's an issue with them, and it's surprising a lot of people. It turns out that if you put too much in the truck bed and the load shifts, the tailgate warps over time.
So you're telling me if you got too much junk in the trunk, it warps?
You got it. You put that together there, silly guy. All right. What are we at the Apollo? So users pointed out the problem.
Showtime.
Yeah, and when I guess you reach some kind of capacity, that's what happens. So now it's beginning to warp, and the stainless steel body panels don't line up anymore. So it all begins to just come apart when you're driving the truck. So basically, you really can't load too much into it as you think. So, yeah, that's quite an issue, huh?
Yeah, quite an issue. Gotta load it. Junk in the trunk.
Who is your source?
I need to know your source.
The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
Would you live here? The house from the original Poltergeist movie is up for sale now for $1.17 million. It's located in Simi Valley in California, where they had filmed it. The Zillow listing says, yes, this is the home where much of the first movie of the series was filmed, but this house is clean. Seriously, it is. So they're saying that it's not haunted. There's no ghostly antics, they say. They promise there's none of that. Are you one of those people that believe in that stuff? Would you be able to live in the Poltergeist house, or would you just...
You know what? Here's the deal. It's a movie, and there was a little tiny lady who talked like this.
Talks like you.
Yeah, well, right now, anyway. Yeah. Could you? Could you live there?
Well, no, I don't have $1.17 million. So, yeah, I know. You would just call me and do that all the time.
It's time for the... Wait, no.
Oh, man.
I mean, who would?
Can you put the news back on?
The JNN.
This is the news.
The Jeff News Network. A wealth of useful and mostly useless information.
All right, so this story is it's going viral, and I think the problem stems from the nickname and not the actions, okay? And I'll tell you the nickname at the end of this. There's a school crossing guard who has been banned from high-fiving students following parental complaints about it. He just says it's an innocent gesture, giving him a high five. John, John's older man. He's given high fives during drop off and pickup, and the parents don't want to, have initiated unnecessary physical contact with the children. So they made a complaint. He's no longer allowed to do that, or he will be fired. Now, which sounds ridiculous, right? Doesn't it sound crazy? Can't high five.
I don't mean to laugh. I love and respect the crossing guard. But I told you I had one. You remember yours. Mine was Mr. Pete. And Mr. Pete, okay, so we would walk, and Mr. Gibbs would be the guy who would walk us when we were kids to the corner. Mm-hmm. Mr. Gibbs beat Mr. Pete with the stop sign.
Okay, he beat him with a stop sign. All right.
and Mr. Pete quit.
Okay, well,
we had this really mean Bobby with a whistle, and all I wanted was Mr. Pete, but Mr. Gibbs had to beat Mr. Pete. Stop beating Pete.
Well,
okay?
you would think a high five, a simple gesture. The problem all stops with his nickname. You want to know what he's known as?
Oh, no.
The Lollipop Man.
Wow.
You can't be known as the Lollipop Man, okay?
That's like being Mr. Neverland.
You just can't be the Lollipop Man.
That's like being Mr. Jackson. I don't know what's worse.
Oh my!
The Lollipop Man.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of wishing trees.
Like if you're new to town,
that's
and your
a
kids
woo-hoo.
are gonna walk, hey Mom, I'm high fiving the Lollipop Man. You're what? Here, kid.
Give it a lick.
Want a sucker?
105.9 The Mount Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, it's kind of hard to steal things like choo-choos, fire trucks, dump trucks.
Who's stealing a train? Was this the 1800s?
I'm just saying it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to steal a fire truck.
Yeah, a fire truck I would think is a difficult one.
Ambulance, that's got to be tough.
Ambulance, I could do an ambulance.
Could you do an amb?
Probably.
Could you do an amb?
Yeah.
Cop cars are easy, I guess. The regular cars just take the lights off.
Well,
so anyway,
you think so?
Yeah.
Why don't you try it this weekend?
No.
Let me know.
No, I'm not going back to Buncombe.
I know.
All right.
Tired of that courthouse.
So there was a man. He was arrested stealing a $1.5 million fire engine. Now you said, where is that? Well, his name is Quentin Bernard.
Oh, Quentin.
Quentin.
Good old Quentin.
Good old Quentin Bernard. Quentin was arrested for stealing in Harris County. Now, where's Harris County? That's in Texas. That is a suburb of Houston. Now, you might say, is that a nice suburb, an upper-class suburb? It is a very, very blue-collar suburb. So it's actually very interesting that they have a $1.5 million fire truck. He decided that it has always been his dream to be a fireman. He applied to be one. They turned him down. So he decided that he would call in a fake, I guess, ambulance call. Then he would run in, grab the fire truck, take it for a drive, and he was, quote, very surprised, Bernard said, when he was pulled over in the fire truck because he had the hat on, and they thought he was Fireman Banger. I guess that's
the guy's name?
Bernard Banger.
Wow.
Fireman Banger.
Man, he had a good go in high school and college. I'm going to tell you.
Bernie Banger.
With that name.
I was going to say, what's worse, that you stole a $1.5 million fire truck, or that your name is Bernie Banger?
First off, I'm looking at this fire truck, and this thing is ridiculous. $1.5 million. And the only person I want driving this $1.5 million fire truck is the guy with the last name of Banger, all right?
Say it. You want Bernie Banger in that truck?
Who's riding the truck? Banger.
Banger.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. One is older and wiser. The other's life fell to pieces and his fiance is out of glue. Yeah, you get what you get. Here's to hoping we made the right decision. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. You might remember him from such movies as Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. You might remember him from Saturday Night Live. You might remember him from, being the guy in a lot of the Adam Sandler movies, including in The Waterboy. Rob Schneider, Jeff. We have Rob Schneider news.
Oh, goodness. Thank God. I've been sitting around thinking to myself, what's going on with Rob? So, what do you got for us?
Well,
what's the news here?
Here's the thing. He's most famous for a couple of movies. I don't know if you're familiar with Rob Schneider's latest film.
Rob Schneider was an animal. Then he was a woman. And now Rob Schneider is a stapler. And he's about to find out that being a stapler is harder than it looks.
All right, stop. Just stop. Please, just stop. What, is that the news? Or
No,
is there any
that's
other
not
news?
the news.
Okay, what else do you got on Rob Schneider? Come on, let's go.
The news was razzle dazzle.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Are we going to hit it? Or
Turn it on. Razzle dazzle. Get up on your feet and razzle dazzle. We're gonna razzle dazzle you. Yes, we're gonna razzle dazzle.
All right, for everybody still there.
What are you?
Listening.
Is
Go
this
ahead.
upsetting you? This Rob Schneider stuff?
No. All right, go ahead.
All right. So Rob Schneider is having a feud with his daughter, and he went on a podcast, and he reached out, he extended an olive branch. This movie star, this megastar, this star from the 90s, this guy that we know, that we love, one of the icons of our time. He's feuding with his famous daughter, Elle King. I don't know if you guys know that that's his daughter, but I will tell you this.
She's a singer, if you don't know.
She is a famous singer, but he went to make it right, and this is what he said.
Fun being a parent, isn't it? I want to just tell my daughter, Elle, I love you. I wish I was the father in my 20s that you needed. Clearly I wasn't, and I hope you can forgive me for my shortcomings. I love you completely. I love you entirely. I just want you to be well and happy with you and your beautiful baby, Lucky. I wish you the best. I feel terrible, and I just want you to know that I don't take anything you say personally.
All right. Hey, Rob, how about you try this? How about you say it to her? Give that a shot, Rob. Instead of saying it on a podcast,
Well, maybe
how about
she
you call
won't.
your kid
How
up?
about this? Maybe she won't take a call,
Yeah.
so that Rob needs people like us in the
Okay.
media to put it out there, so that so that she can hear it. Because maybe she'll listen to our show.
Should have been a better dad, Rob. How about that?
He was too busy making movies. Now you're all angry because we have Schneider news. You dislike Schneider this much?
It's not that I dislike them. I'm very indifferent about Rob Schneider. There's nothing really that he does that really intrigues me or turns me on. I don't get hopped up about Rob Schneider, I got to tell you. So, Like I said, say it to your kid, Rob.
I'm sorry. I just thought that Rob Schneider news would get you juiced. I apologize. I did.
Well, you swung and missed. Sorry to tell you. Yep, big time.
No sleep till the Rizzo and Jeff Show. One is older and wiser. The other's life fell to pieces and his fiance is out of glue. Yeah, you get what you get. Here's to hoping we made the right decision. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, and you know what time it is.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Jeff is right. I do not want to end on a sad note, so I will give you the sad news first. Ladies and gentlemen, cookie icon, gas station cookie phenom, Willy Amos.
Phenom.
Willy Amos, the phenom, passed away last night, 9/13, at 88 years young.
Willy Amos, founder of Famous Amos Cookies.
Yeah! Show business that was who I was. So the one thing I knew how to do was promote.
I'm on your refrigerator, I'm in your pantry, I'm in your desk drawer, I'm in a supermarket, I'm in convenience stores, I'm in department stores, I'm in service stations, I'm in airports, I'm on television. That's what makes Amos famous.
So, Willy Amos is no longer with us, Jeff.
I got to tell you did more work on putting audio together for a guy that made chocolate chip cookies than a lot of things that you do. That was a whole bunch of stuff all put together, a montage of things.
I actually spliced a television show, an interview, and a commercial all in one.
Wow.
And that was just one of three things.
That's probably more than this family did for him. There you go, Willie.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Creepy cell phone guy. If you go to a store that's called, I said it was Fix It, but I believe it's The Fix.
The Fix. It's The Fix. Like the fix is in.
The Fix.
Yeah.
You might expect something like this to happen.
Admitted that you.
Oh, excuse me. That was Willy Amos.
Yeah. Cell phone repairman behind bars tonight for allegedly sending a customer's videos to himself. The victim discovered it was explicit videos of herself that he stole. Documents say Kayahan Altoon was an employee at The Fix. The victim took her phone in to get the screen repaired, and while they had her phone, she says that she got a notification on her computer that a locked album had been accessed and that the suspect was sending himself private videos of her. He was taken into custody for larceny and violating the Computer Crimes Act.
Now, that's a shame. I mean, you know, again, when you can't even trust the guy that works at The Fix.
Well, the thing is that she did everything right. I mean, she had a privately locked thing where all that stuff was. It's up to her what she wants to have on her phone.
Yeah, but if you drop your phone off to somebody, you have to expect that they're going to go through it.
Why? You're just doing the screen. That's all that said in there. She just did it to get the screen fixed. So just be careful what you put on your phone. There's no need for it to be in there.
Right.
In a secret folder.
Right.
Stop it.
Whatever happened to good old-fashioned Polaroids?
That's it.
Right.
All right. You don't have to take them to get developed at the Walgreens.
Just get the ones that just get Polaroids, ones that come out immediately.
Yeah, and I'm sure you could position them, and there's ones with timers and everything. Just
you could do lots of things with a Polaroid.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to know.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
And since we don't want to end on a sad note, I'd like to end on, well, I guess a happy note for this guy. This guy thinks he is the sexiest man on earth, and he's not afraid to tell you. He's gone viral, and he's going to tell you why he's sexy.
I understand that I am too brilliant a man, too perfect in every single metric, too big, too strong, too smart. I can fight too well. I'm caramel. I'm beautiful. It would be a shame for me to not service these females. I am a gift to females created by the one above. That's what I am. So what am I going to do? I'm going to roll up, flexing, come through, bam, champagne, bang, yeah, supercar outside, yeah, okay, 5-star, boom, 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 first class.
That's confidence. Yum. Let me have some.
That is some yummy confidence.
That's confidence, I got to tell you. I bet you he has no problem whatsoever. You'd be shocked.
You know what? That's probably why he made the video.
Yeah.
Because women love a guy with confidence.
Yeah.
They love bald guys.
Yeah.
Guys a little overweight.
And if you see this guy,
with a goatee.
He said he's caramel, right? And he
Well, that's what he said.
And he looks like he drinks it. So, you know. But he's still confident. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's it.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show has been out everywhere, trying food, going to breweries, concerts, and having fun. And they make us sit here in the same spot every morning. So we'll do our best. Hey, we'd rather be at Papa's and Beer, too. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show next on 105.9 The Mountain. Those fluffy guys will be back after some free music and a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
228 Revolution Drive, Bunker Hill, West Virginia, 25413, a 4-bed, 2-bath, double wide. Johnny has a trailer story. Go ahead, Pencil.
Yeah, Pants. Hey, I got a trailer story right quick.
Sure.
So one day I went over to my mama's house over at the Single Wide, and her husband was in there just sitting, and next thing I know, he goes outside and cranks up a chainsaw, walks back in the house, the trailer there, and decides to cut a hole in the wall. Just cut a big old hole with a chainsaw without even cutting a tire off. And so he decides he's going to build him a little walkway out to the deck. So this was almost dead of winter. So he put a curtain up over the dadgum hole until he had time to put a door in.
So he just hacksawed his way through. So that what about how'd they keep it warm in there?
Well, they had old wood stove in there, right in the corner in the Single Wide. You ever seen a wood stove in a Single Wide? It's kind of scary. Okay, it's kind of scary.
How many?
But anyway, he made him walk through out to the door there, so he wouldn't have to go all the way to the end of the trailer, which was probably 60 foot. So
That's
he just
brilliant.
didn't want to walk out the other end.
How many natty daddies did he have before that happened?
I don't know, man, but it freaked me out a little bit because I'm just sitting there. Next thing you know, he comes through with a chainsaw. I thought it was a chainsaw massacre for a minute.
You know, you're dead.
Yeah. All right.
I bet you did. Now that's the kind of
That's a
story
good
I'm looking
story.
for. I appreciate that, Johnny. Be careful when you're driving, especially down there. If you have a trailer story, 828-240-1059.
Yeah.
Tickets with the King. Come hang out with us at our party at Harrah's. Elvis, I'm going to be dressed up. I did a little teaser picture for you guys.
You did.
Anyway, 228 Revolution Drive, Bunker Hill, West Virginia. $165,000. I cut the price by $10,000. Single wide. 4-bed, 2-bath. No HOA fees.
I like that.
I like that. Lot of fees, $379 a month. That's not bad.
That's not bad either.
Not bad either. Yeah. It's got an indoor pool, Jeff.
Yeah, this
single wide's got an indoor pool with a slide.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the pool looks nicer than the trailer itself.
It does,
and the pool is really nice. You would, at first glance, you wouldn't think that it's a part of a single wide trailer, but I got to tell you, they know how to do things down there in West Virginia or up there. Right?
What's special? Indoor pool, hot tub, slide and diving board, charming barn, wood stove, wood boiler, master bedroom, and your luxury dream gym, all in one on a budget luxury living single wide trailer. Dive into a one-of-a-kind real estate experience. Let me introduce you to this gem, a 4-bedroom, 1.5-bath heaven with the potential to splash its way into your heart. Step into this single wide with trailer pride. Prepare yourself to be amazed with the massive addition that expands this home beyond your wildest dreams. Now, yes, it is in Bunker Hill, West Virginia.
So what?
You know, I got to be honest with you. It's right on the West Virginia border. It's about 5 hours from here. It's beautiful. I mean, look, it's got a microwave, a dishwasher. It's got laundry hookup, although you'd have to get rid of the slide to put that in there. It's got countertops, a basement, no fireplace, though. And they are very, very pumped about their made-from-scratch deck, which is a piece of plywood with spindles that they screwed in with a drill. $165,000. You in on this?
$165 is a steal to have all of that. Most houses,
$1,470 a month is your rent.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
$1,470.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you something. It was purchased in 2016 for $24,700.
Isn't that terrible?
Okay. All right. They listed it for sale in 2023 for $74,000. And now they put it up on the market for $229,600, and then they've dropped it all the way down to $157,300.
Still.
And it is ridiculous. They just cut it again yesterday. Expanded it again yesterday to $165,000. I got to be honest with you. This is the nicest trailer I think I've ever seen. And in the area, you're looking at things that are $600,000-$700,000, but you could get yourself your own slice of heaven for $165,000.
Listen, I think no HOA, so that's quality stuff. But look, I got to tell you, for that price these days, to have all those amenities and have it all wrapped in, what if you just do it for a couple of years, right? You could still probably sell it or break even, or you could just have your little piece of paradise right there in West Virginia.
Here's the problem. You're on the border. You literally, like, if you cross your lawn, you're in the state of Virginia.
So what?
Well, something could happen.
What's going to happen? Who's going to get you
West
there?
Virginia is a very different state than Virginia.
The problem is,
people
are going to think that you're the place with the indoor pool. You got all the riches, okay, in the trailer park. They're going to think you're hiding stuff under the mattress, and then everybody's going to...
no, you're right.
And then everybody's going to want to jump and play in your pool. You take a vacation, you come back, somebody's in your pool. You know how things happen, okay?
It's true. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, this is quite the sassy pool. All right, 828-240-1059. You got somebody cut a hole in the wall for at your trailer?
The more that I think about it, Johnny's mom's boyfriend, he wasn't cutting a deck. This is where it's at. This is the place.
Yes, it is.
It's the place.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Here's 1059 The Mount Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, have you ever said to yourself, I want to be covered in sprinkles?
No. Covered in other things. Probably not that. No.
I got to tell you, I love sprinkles. Now, where we're from, we call them jimmies.
Yeah.
And I'd love to be covered in jimmies, whether they're chocolate jimmies, whether they're rainbow jimmies, whether they're Christmas jimmies.
Let's call them sprinkles for what it is.
Right.
Okay?
Let's call them sprinkles. Whatever sprinkle it is, I would love to be covered in them. And this guy got the pleasure, got the luxury of being covered in sprinkles. And instead, because he got a little hurt, now, of course, he's trying to sue, and now he's ruining sprinkles swimming for everyone. So now none of us have the opportunity.
But looking at pictures of this at the museum, okay? Now, this guy's a sham here a little bit. Because
he is a sham.
These sprinkles, literally, you're in your head thinking that it's just a thing of sprinkles. They look like tampons. Okay, and that's what it looks like you're jumping into. There's children.
They're larger sprinkles.
There's children playing in this, and this guy can't handle it. You know why? 3+. He went down.
So you're
sank to the bottom.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that is true. I mean, he is a Brucey. Listen, this is what happened. Okay, I have the audio here.
Jumping into a pool full of sprinkles may sound like fun, but one man says he broke his ankle doing it, and now he's suing Manhattan's Museum of Ice Cream, claiming it was negligent. This is a picture here on the museum's website of the ball pit-like installation. In the lawsuit, the man says he visited the museum in Soho with his daughter last year on March 31st. He says the museum did not warn visitors that it's unsafe to jump in, despite advertising that he claims encourages people to do so. Now, we did reach out to the museum. They are not commenting.
Okay.
Jumping into a...
Okay, so he said that, it was an unsafe pool of sprinkles. Now, I'm taking a look at this pool
You got a gander? You got a gander?
I got a gander on it. All right, so let me look at these sprinkles. Now, you said they look a little like Tams. I wouldn't say Tams. I would say that they are...
What?
They're big sprinkles.
Okay.
I mean, they got a slide. They have a lot of people there, a lot of different colors. Everyone's eating ice cream. It's just supposed to be for fun.
Right.
It's like a ball pit. Now, unless you are I mean, how do you break your ankle in this? I mean, these are all foam. I mean, it's all foam. You know what I mean? Like it's all foam. So
this is listen.
But see, a big would would want to go to this. So Big would love to swim in sprinkles.
Okay, but the problem is that you're the big that breaks your ankle in it, so you're embarrassed. So you don't have a choice at this point. You're obviously uncomfortable when you go to an ice cream museum and you're a big. They're looking at you going, "Oh, we know why you're here.
We know why."
Right. Well, welcome in. What did you get? The discount?
Right.
You get this on a Groupon?
Right.
You know, and then you roll in, and then you, as an adult, you shouldn't even be in this pool to begin with. Jumping in here, there's children that are jumping in this, but you can't help yourself because in your mind,
43-year-old head,
in your mind, you are just in a wonderful pool of sprinkles, which is what you dream about at night. And when you go in, you break your ankle. You're the adult that breaks his ankle. So what does he let out a loud bellow?
He bellowed, but let me ask you something. Maybe it's deeper than that. I'm looking at these sprinkles here. Is it possible that he's so friggin' angry that these are in fact inedible sprinkles?
That could be it, too.
That
right,
because we have a pool of sprinkles, and he went down this slide. This is a sturdy slide. He went down this sturdy slide, and he goes into these sprinkles, and he goes mouth first, and he goes in to take a bite, and he goes, "These are noodles."
All right.
They're like pool noodles / like, you know, what?
So
you see what I mean?
You're contending that he didn't do his homework on this, and he just got so excited to go to the ice cream museum that his belief was that he's in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Dare I contend? That's what I'm contending. That thinks he was in Charlie. Yes.
And there's Oompa Loompas all over the place. Okay?
Right. And what he did was he pulled himself a Mike TV.
Yeah.
He thought he took a bite and he turned into an everlasting gobstopper.
He blew up like a blueberry.
He blew up like a blueberry.
The schnozberries had schnozberries.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Rizzo and Jeff have asked that we make an adjustment to the fluffy comment you hear on the show. We will not and stand by it. Those fluffy guys will be back after some free music and a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
228 Revolution Drive, Bunker Hill, West Virginia, 25413, a 4-bed, 2-bath, double wide. Johnny has a trailer story. Go ahead, Pencil.
Yeah, Pants. Hey, I got a trailer story right quick.
Sure.
So one day I went over to my mama's house over at the Single Wide, and her husband was in there just sitting, and next thing I know, he goes outside and cranks up a chainsaw, walks back in the house, the trailer there, and decides to cut a hole in the wall. Just cut a big old hole with a chainsaw without even cutting a tire off. And so he decides he's going to build him a little walkway out to the deck. So this was almost dead of winter. So he put a curtain up over the dadgum hole until he had time to put a door in.
So he just hacksawed his way through. So that what about how'd they keep it warm in there?
Well, they had old wood stove in there, right in the corner in the Single Wide. You ever seen a wood stove in a Single Wide? It's kind of scary, okay? It's kind of scary.
How many?
But anyway, he made him a walk through out to the door there, so he wouldn't have to go all the way to the end of the trailer, which was probably 60 foot. So
That's
he just
brilliant.
didn't want to walk out the other end.
How many natty daddies did he have before that happened?
I don't know, man, but it freaked me out a little bit because I'm just sitting there. Next thing you know, he comes through with a chainsaw. I thought it was a chainsaw massacre for a minute.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah. All right.
I bet you did. Now that's the kind of story I'm looking for. I appreciate that, Johnny. Be careful when you're driving, especially down there. If you have a trailer story, 828-240-1059.
Yeah.
Tickets with the King. Come hang out with us at our party at Harrah's. Elvis, I'm going to be dressed up. I did a little teaser picture for you guys.
You did.
Anyway, 228 Revolution Drive, Bunker Hill, West Virginia. $165,000. I cut the price by $10,000. Single wide. 4-bed, 2-bath. No HOA fees.
I like that. I like that.
I like that. Lot fees, $379 a month. That's not bad.
That's not bad either.
Not bad either. Yeah. It's got an indoor pool, Jeff.
Yeah, this
single wide's got an indoor pool with a slide.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the pool looks nicer than the trailer itself.
It does,
and the pool is really nice. You would, at first glance, you wouldn't think that it's a part of a single wide trailer, but I got to tell you, they know how to do things down there in West Virginia or up there. Right?
What's special? Indoor pool, hot tub, slide and diving board, charming barn, wood stove, wood boiler, master bedroom, and your luxury dream gym, all in one on a budget luxury living single wide trailer. Dive into a one-of-a-kind real estate experience. Let me introduce you to this gem, a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath heaven with the potential to splash its way into your heart. Step into this single wide with trailer pride. Prepare yourself to be amazed with the massive addition that expands this home beyond your wildest dreams. Now, yes, it is in Bunker Hill, West Virginia.
So what?
You know, I got to be honest with you. It's right on the West Virginia border. It's about 5 hours from here. It's beautiful. I mean, look, it's got a microwave, a dishwasher. It's got laundry hookup, although you'd have to get rid of the slide to put that in there. It's got countertops, a basement, no fireplace, though. And they are very, very pumped about their made-from-scratch deck, which is a piece of plywood with spindles that they screwed in with a drill. $165,000. You in on this?
$165 is a steal to have all of that. In most houses,
$1,470 a month is your rent.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
$1,470.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you something. It was purchased in 2016 for $24,700.
Isn't that terrible?
Okay. All right. They listed it for sale in 2023 for $74,000. And now they put it up on the market for $229,600, and then they've dropped it all the way down to $157,300.
Still,
and it is ridiculous. They just cut it again yesterday. Expanded it again yesterday to $165,000. I got to be honest with you. This is the nicest trailer I think I've ever seen. And in the area, you're looking at things that are $600,000-$700,000, but you could get yourself your own slice of heaven for $165,000.
Listen, I think no HOA, so that's quality stuff. But look, I got to tell you, for that price these days, to have all those amenities and have it all wrapped in, what if you just do it for a couple of years, right? You could still probably sell it or break even, or you could just have your little piece of paradise right there in West Virginia.
Here's the problem. You're on the border. You literally, if you cross your lawn, you're in the state of Virginia.
So what?
Well, something could happen.
What's going to happen? Who's going to get you
West
there?
Virginia is a very different state than Virginia.
The problem is, people are going to think that you're the place with the indoor pool. You got all the riches, okay, in the trailer park. They're going to think you're hiding stuff under the mattress, and then everybody's
you're right.
And then everybody's going to want to jump and play in your pool. You take a vacation, you come back, somebody's in your pool. You know how things happen, okay?
It's true. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, this is quite the sassy pool. All right, 828-240-1059. You got somebody cut a hole in the wall at your trailer?
The more that I think about it, Johnny's mom's boyfriend, he wasn't cutting a deck. This is where it's at. This is the place.
Yes, it is.
It's the place.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
228 Revolutionary Drive, Bunker Hill, West Virginia. It's a single wide with a pool.
Yeah, this is the Cadillac of trailers in West Virginia. I got to tell you. And we just asked if anybody's got trailer stories, thanks to Johnny who kicked it off.
Yeah.
Any trailer stories or any, stories about living in a trailer, knowing somebody with a trailer, and people have them, Rizzo.
There's a trailer story aplenty. Let's kick it off here. Nick, thanks for old man. What do you think? What do you got on trailers here, huh?
So early 80s, I'm stationed in Mississippi. Rented a single wide trailer for $175 a month. There were so many cockroaches in it, it was unreal. literally had one of those early TVs that had like the soft touch where you could change the channel.
Yeah.
The cockroaches would run up the face of the TV and change the channel.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
175 a month. That's a lot of jing in the 80s, man. You were down there in Mississippi, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
would you ever live in a single...
After buying a bunch of roach-proof powder, finally got rid of all of them. It took a lot of vacuuming and sweeping after that, but finally got them all out the door.
Have you ever lived in a single wide again?
No.
No, okay.
Would you consider one with a pool?
No.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks. Hang on for just a second. Let's get to Keith here. Keith, good morning, Keith. Thank you very much for holding. What do you got, Keith?
I was just calling to tell you, I had a buddy of mine lived in a single wide trailer and had a tree fall on one end of it during a storm. Well, we went over there to help him get the tree off his roof. It punched a big hole through his roof and busted the windows out. And he said, I got it fixed. And I said, what do you mean it's fixed? The tree's still on your house. He said, we just closed the bedroom door. We don't use that room anymore.
Forget repairing it. Forget anything. We'll just get rid of a room in our house, right?
Yeah, he says, we just don't use that room anymore.
There's nothing like a single wide trailer. That's why we call it single wide trailer park. Thank you so much for your call, guys. We appreciate it. We'll be right back. We got more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up after Joan Jett. I love rock and roll right here on 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock.